Who I am so nervous. I have not done this in a while. Oh my God. Okay. Let's get ready to rumble. Something is truly wrong with me. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of A Bunch of Berries. I'm your girl Suave, aka Strawberry, and right here we keep the tea as ripe as it can be. The vibes are sweet, and we always keep it juicy, baby. Okay, so just to give you a little bit about me, I actually had a podcast back in 2020, and I was doing a lot with the podcast. I was kind of not really consistent, but I was like, I can make a podcast, right? I can do it. Everybody else is doing it. Let's just do it. And I did not have the video aspect of it. So now I'm bringing the video, but I want to have more guests and people on the podcast. We have like our little section back here for guests. And if you're wondering, yes, I am in my pajamas because it's late. It's literally 11:26. I am tired. And I was like, you know what, Suave, you said you're going to start doing your podcast. Bitch, do your motherfucking podcast. And here we are. We're going to do that, bitch. Like, if you are thinking about doing something that you've always wanted to do and you see other people doing it and you probably get discouraged, baby, don't get discouraged. Just be consistent and fucking do that shit. Also, before we get into the topics, I'm going to be posting every Friday. Maybe. That is my goal. My goal is to post every Friday. I'm working on getting everything together. Y'all, I really want this to be a way to just do something that I like to do. Like, I love to do research and I love to talk. And also just to keep people up to know with shit. I feel like there's so many podcasts where people are talking about, should a man pay for this? Should a woman pay for, like, this bullshit that we don't really need to fucking focus on. We should focus on other things. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna start off with the Trump shit. I ain't gonna lie. Cause it's juicy. It's like juicy shit. But I'm not gonna start off with that. We're gonna start off with something a little bit more lighter. So let's start off with
Entertainment news.
y'all, I don't have like this fancy interface just yet. I'm working on my interface. Y'all just bear with me. It's gonna get better, I promise. Recently, on February the 2nd, there was the 67th annual Grammy Awards. So before did not have this many categories, but this year they had 94 categories. 94. Okay. 94. And let me tell you how the black people came up and showed out, baby. Okay. So since 2000, the Grammys have been held in at the Crypto Arena located in downtown Los Angeles. And so they had it on February the 2nd in 2025. So just to tell y'all a little bit how, our people showed up. Beyonce, are we really surprised that Beyonce got something? Come on, y'all. Like, come on. We already knew Beyonce was going to get something. The lady literally set a record for having 99 nominations. Now, I don't give a fuck about which y'all, like, there are people who are truly beehive haters. And I get it. You may not like her because we really don't. Do we really know Beyonce? No, we don't, because she's a very private person. So can we expect to know about her? No, she's not very personal. But at the same time, I think that there should be a level of respect by how she carries herself, because we live in a world where it's like we are so quick to show our personal lives and just engage and give people so much of us. And she's one of those people that does not allow her status or other people to make her come out and just pour out what she has going on, her information about her family or like her personal life. Like, you don't know what Beyonce has going on unless she wants you to know. So yeah, if you're a hater of Beyonce, listen, I don't know. You gotta find something else to do, because Beyonce is literally that girl. Okay. I don't care if you don't like her or nothing. You have to respect the fact that she is one of the best artists of our time. Okay. I went to her motherfucking concert, and baby, let me tell you, I got my money's worth. and she sung the whole time. Anyway, back to the story. Sorry, y'all. I got ADHD. My medicine don't wear it off. Here we go. So, what she won at the 2025 Grammys, she won Album of the Year for Cowboy Carter, and only three black women have received this award. And she was one of those women, of course, because she's Beyonce. Like everybody was giving her so much shit for going into this country album. But it's like, I feel like she's done so much. Like she's done pop, she's done hip hop, she did, songs with the Migos, and just she's done everything. And it's like, she's from Texas. She's from Texas, girl. Texas. So I feel like this was definitely right up her alley. This is perfect for her. And even with all of the hating and the criticism that people were giving her, she still got a Grammy, baby, off of that award. Now, I know that people do have their own thoughts about the Grammys and things like that, but she won a really good award. Now, however, um, I was kind of surprised with some things that the Grammys did this year, but also just still focusing on Beyonce. She became the first black woman to win Best Country Album. She has received 35 Grammys, okay? And she also got the Best Country Duo Group Performance for Cowboy Carter. Now, let's take a break and talk about how Beyonce finessed, because Kendrick Lamar is going to be at the Super Bowl, and we're going to talk about that later. But when you do a Super Bowl performance, you do not get paid, okay? Beyonce said, fuck a Super Bowl, baby. I've done the Super Bowl. I don't need that. I need to get paid. And she had a whole performance, random halftime show. Like, I was like, why is she? Doesn't matter. I think it was like a $20 million contract or something with Netflix. And they put it on Netflix, just her halftime performance. That's it, not the game. No, Beyonce's performance was on Netflix and is on Netflix. Like, what? Like, y'all gonna pay me. Like, stop playing with me. I need my money. I need my money. I need my money. Beyonce was like, I'm gonna do, when I say she gave a Super Bowl plus performance, if you have not seen this performance, baby, you need to look at it. Because I was like, what? Beyonce. Like, what is the occasion, baby? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then she also set the record. So those 99 nominations she received. Yeah, that was the record. That was the record. So moving on to our next Black Grammy Award, Kendrick Lamar. So Kendrick Lamar won Record of the Year for Not Like Us. He won Song of the Year for Not Like Us. Best rap performance, best rap song, best music video, and song of the year. So, Not Like Us went crazy. And I can only imagine how Drake is punching the air, because what? Everybody in the world, Craig, is saying minor. Like, it's not funny, but it's definitely funny. It's hilarious, honestly. Let me turn my phone's off because this is very ghetto to be getting interrupted like that. Y'all, I got three phones, not even capping. Like one, two, three. And then I'm trying to do a podcast. Lord, Lord, pray for me, pray for me. Okay. So listen, Drake is trying to sue I think the record label for Not Like Us. And I feel like that, this is off topic. However, since we're talking about Kendrick Lamar and him, winning these Grammys for this song, this is a diss record. Okay, this is like we are in the fucking booth fucking around making music type shit. The diss is light skinned nigga. And this man won multiple Grammys off of this one song. Now, okay, if you were to ask me if I'm going to choose Drake over Kendrick, Drake, Kendrick, who won? I feel like it's Kendrick but they're both great rappers. However, Kendrick's support, like the support he has in the way that Not Like Us is just so West Coast. I think that's why it took off the way that it did because Family Matters, fire, fucking fire. And he just dropped like back to back to back. He didn't have time to even let Family Matters gain some tractions or nothing. Like they were just going head to head. But I do low key, high key think that it's some bitch shit for him to go off and try to sue them for what was it? Defamation. Yes, Lord, I had a brain part. But for defamation because you were saying that this man was beating on his wife and that his wife's baby was somebody else's and like it's appalling. Okay, like you coming for this man like straight like Drake, don't be the one to throw stones and hide your hands, baby. Like you said what you said. He said what he said. Why are you trying to sue this man? And I know his blood is was he even at the Grammys? I wonder. I don't know if he was in attendance, but I know that he was somewhere punching the motherfucking air when he seen that shit. Like this motherfucker here. And I think that the whole situation with what's his name? Nicki Minaj ex-boyfriend. Meek Mill. I mean do him like that because he's a good artist too. But once him and Meek Mill got into their little situation, I feel like they just never he just never came back from that. And I feel like he low key single handedly ruined his career. And then the shit with Diddy, it was just kind of like Meek Mills is not coming back. He's not coming from that back from that. So, um, that was weird. I don't know if y'all heard that, but I heard that. Anyway, so I'm just like, you thought that you had the upper hand. You thought that you were the shit because you won your little rap battle with Meek Mill. Meek Mill is not Kendrick. Kendrick is one of them. Like, stop playing. And I think that he did, play chess instead of checkers by having someone in his camp, like, tell him false bullshit or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But the song is just fire. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, I know every word's Not Like Us. And I am a Drake fan. I love Drake. But I am very much so contemplating how much I like him after the suing situation. Cause I just feel like that's just some bitch shit. Like take your L and go on about your life. Like you come out with some hot music, drop some shit. Cause he did drop like some I think it was on his Instagram where he dropped this like flash drive type shit. I don't know, just a whole bunch of shit. And that shit got a little bit of heat for like a day or two or something. I don't know, but he might have fucked up. Anyway, going to the next artist. The next artist, oh my God, Doechii. Listen, I did not know. I'm being completely honest. I had no idea who Doechii was a couple years ago. I think she did a performance on another award show. Don't remember which was. Don't remember which one it was. But she did a performance and I was like, who is this girl? Like, oh, it was the one where she ripped her wig off. Can't remember what was going on or what performance it was. If I can figure it out, I'll put it over here. But she ripped her wig off and I'm like, yeah, who is this girl? And I looked her up and she's super fucking dope. So I was very happy for her. She's only 26 years old. She got 3 Grammy nominations and she won Best Rap Album for Alligator Bites Never Healed. She became the 3rd woman ever to win Best Rap Album. Now, I'm going to say something that y'all might not like because the first woman was Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill came out with one album, one, uno. Okay, one album. And from that one album, she has been able to go on tour and do all types of things with this one fucking album because it was so epic. She deserved that award. It was amazing. Now, the second was Cardi B. All right. All right, I'm gonna tell y'all how I think. I mean, we're not talking about the second person technically, but while we're here, Cardi B, I don't feel gets enough credit because her album No Cap, listen to the whole thing like nonstop. Like she had so many hits off of that fucking album, and people were so mad that this woman got rap like the second woman to get best rap album, but it's like I feel like she earned it. I do, actually. I do. Um I'm not gonna lie, like I was not that much of a Cardi fan at one point in time because she's like she just was not giving pro black women to me. And that's okay. I feel like I'm not the only person that felt that way. But I think she kind of grew on me because number one, she is talented. Like she knows how to keep people's attention. And now I think that being talent is synopsis with attention grabbing, right? Like if you can be an interesting person and keep people's attention, like that's kind of having talent nowadays. And she definitely bodies that. She bodies the her like her whole persona is just great. Like she's so entertaining and she is unapologetically Cardi B. And it's like I was like, damn, I can't like not like this bitch. Like I can't not like her because she's just herself, bro. Like no matter how much money, no matter how many kids, she just gonna be who the fuck Cardi B is. And whether you like it or not, such is life. Like, I don't know. I just respect that about her, even though she do be promote like not now. She's definitely calmed down. She's making so much money and doing so many things. She doesn't have time to do the things she was doing before. But before she was talk a little crazy. But she's just herself. So, shout out to Cardi B for being the second woman to win the best rap album ever. Um, the next person who won was Mooney Long. Now, this doesn't have anything to do with anything. However, you know how like okay, for instance, SZA. SZA is gorgeous. Like the first time I saw her, I was like, "Oh my god, who is this chocolate goddess? She's beautiful." Right? Like I was just in love. And so I did some research and I found her old face and her old body. Now, her old face and whole body, she's still beautiful, but I say that to say she looks like a completely different person. Who is that? How I mean, surgeons did a phenomenal job. Like, I mean, we're looking at me right now with microbladed eyebrows because I'm telling you, without eyebrows, I like a fucking naked mole rat. So I can't even be mad at her for doing what makes her happy. If you want to change your face, your body, do what makes you happy. Okay. So Mooney Long definitely does also kind of apply to that. She looks a lot different. I did not know that she had been in the game as long as she's been in the game. Now, I should have done a little bit more research on that. But Mooney Long has been out here writing songs and being, background vocals for quite some time, and we didn't even know. But now her time has come. Now she is shining as an independent artist and like she's out here making money, baby. Like she is getting recognition. So she got her second ever Grammy for the best R&B performance because she did Made for Me live on BET. It was phenomenal. It was gorgeous. And I think that she did deserve that award as well. So shout out to Money Long. We love her. We love that. Lastly, Alicia Keys accepted the Dr. Dre Global Impact Award. Now, let's just take a break and say shout out to the Grammys for letting not letting, but shout out to Dr. Dre for being so implemental that he has his own Global Impact Award. Like, what? We love to hear like the black people came up and we showed out. Y'all better stop letting us in these spaces. Y'all know y'all trying to keep us out, but we gonna come over and we gonna take the fuck over. That's what we do. Like you try to keep us out of places, it ain't happening. And with that being said, there was one thing that Alicia Keys said when she got her accepted. She said DEI is not a threat; it's a gift. The more voices, the more powerful the sound. When destructive forces try to burn us down, we rise from the ashes like a phoenix. And that is the motherfucking truth. You spoke that shit, Alicia. Okay. Like, what? Because I feel like it's just such a beautiful thing. Like for instance, in Louisiana, like this is so off track. I don't know how we got here. But in Louisiana, for instance, they had initiated this, I think it's the Ting Yong. I don't know. I don't know how to say it the right way because it's like French. But anyway, they were saying that black women's hair were distracting, and white people was hating on the black women's hair. The white women were, so they was like, you gotta wear these headscarves, and we rocked those shits. Like everything you try to take away from us, we will always rise. And I love the fact that she said that. Alicia Keys has been in the game for quite some time, and she was pretty much in her acceptance speech saying how even though you make music and you are a performer or whatever, like you can do so much more than just that. And I love the fact that she has found a way to give back. I feel like giving back to the community, giving back to, if you make it out, it's not, let's get out of this crabs in the barrel mindset. It's so ghetto. Okay. Like we can do better. All right. And yeah. So other artists that won, John Baptiste, who's actually going to be doing the national anthem at the, oh my God. I'm okay. Okay, I'm okay. So he's actually gonna be doing the national anthem at the Super Bowl this year. He's from Louisiana. He won Album of the Year. And then this is in 2022. I'm lying. He ain't win this year. My notes be a little fucked up sometimes. Yeah. So I feel like that was definitely a good segue with the DEI mention to move into Trump, but we're not. Let's get into our wait. I'm trying to do like these fancy reverbs and shit.
Sports, 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 sports.
We are going into sports, baby. Okay. I'm sorry I cracked myself up. Let me drink some more water. Mm. Okay, so the only thing I have right now, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I was like, let me add some new segments. I want to keep y'all interested. Bring up all types of shit. One thing I really watch is like football, maybe some basketball from time to time. And we are in February, and the only thing that's fucking important is the what? The motherfucking Super Bowl. That's right, the Super Bowl is coming up. So the Super Bowl is gonna be between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it will be on Sunday, February the 9th. So it's this weekend. So get ready. If you have not looked up that dip recipe, if you have not looked up, what you're gonna have for the what you call, better yet, if you haven't gotten sidetrack, if you haven't gotten one of these, a 4K Fire Stick from me, baby, you need to go ahead and hit me up because you can watch all the Super Bowl on there. You don't have to have no cable, no nothing, no subscriptions, none of that. I got you. Like, I got one of these Fire Sticks and my life has changed. Like I have saved about 80 something dollars a month at least. And that's because I didn't have to pay for cable. Like, for y'all that pay for cable, y'all definitely need to be hitting me up for one of these Fire Sticks because baby, it has everything you need. Everything you need on this Fire Stick. Yeah, like it was the best thing that ever happened to me, and I loved it so much that I'm like, I'm about to start helping other people be able to have this service because I have saved so much fucking money. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Um, so there are going to be millions of people tuning in for the Super Bowl on Sunday. So Sunday marks the fifth Super Bowl in 6 years for the Chiefs. The Chiefs have been cutting the fuck up, and there are people hating on the Chiefs too. And honestly, like I'm one of those haters. I'm a hater because they just been out here kicking ass. So I low key want the Eagles to win out of pettiness. Like I want the Eagles, the underdog, to win. I want them to be the ones that soar through the air as an eagle. So the Eagles will be making their fifth Super Bowl appearance overall and the second in the last 3 years. So if this is the second in the last 3 years, we know that they have been doing pretty good recently. They didn't win the Super Bowl, no, but we love to see it, Eagles. You're fighting for that spot, and we love to see that. Um, so a win by the Chiefs though would make them the first team to win 3 consecutive Super Bowls. The Chiefs could achieve a historic third consecutive Super Bowl victory after defeating the Buffalo Bills 32-29 in the AFC Championship. They did beat the Commanders, and I hate that for y'all, my DC people. I really do because Y'all been some shit for 40 something years. Like some shit. Y'all been trash, garbage, basura for so long. And it's like now you have your chance to shine. And then, you know, it just didn't work out. However, though, I feel like the way that y'all played this season, y'all might have a chance. Y'all might have a motherfucking chance, okay? Um, we're gonna root for you guys next year. Hopefully y'all can make it to Super Bowl because y'all played really good this year. And I hate that y'all didn't make it. I was really rooting for the Commanders. Again, I love the underdog, but y'all been some shit. Some shit for a long time. So yeah. I'm glad y'all made it this far. Honestly, y'all should be glad you made y'all should be glad you made it this far. Okay. Really though. So the Chiefs have taken home the Lombardi Trophy 3 times. And so the Kansas City and Philadelphia have combined win percentage of 0.872. So that's the second highest combined win percentage entering the Super Bowl in the past 30 seasons. 30 seasons, you guys. 30 seasons. So it should be a pretty good fucking game just based on the statistics. If you're betting some money on there and you want a little bit of money, let me know where you at. Let me help you spend a little money on that FanDuel account. Because yeah. Nah, I do need to get on a little FanDuel, I feel like. Cause I feel like gambling is not for me, but you just throw some money out there, you be getting beginner's luck. Anyway. But yeah, if you are a football fan, yes. We will be watching the Super Bowl. I am probably gonna watch Super Bowl at my house, but get ready for that Super Bowl season. It's gonna be cookouts, drinks. I really, really, really just be here for the commercials and the halftime show. Keep it up in the fourth quarter. That's it. Football is a dope ass sport. It's just something that I don't pay a lot of attention to. I will say the Commanders did have me watching football. The Commanders and the Detroit Lions, because I have known them to be fucking horrible. So it was kind of like, what? Let me see what y'all got going on. Okay, cool. So I did watch like a little football because of them. But I'm really Super Bowl baby. I'm here for the food for whoever. If y'all having a Super Bowl party, please let me know because I'm trying to pull up, eat some of your fucking wings because I don't want to cook. Um, so and the halftime show. And so the halftime show is important to me. Good God, this scarf is tight as shit. Like who did Oh, I did this. Anyway. So the halftime show is why I'm here, right? So Kendrick Lamar is going to be doing the halftime show fresh off his new 5 Grammys from the 67th annual Grammy Awards that we just talked about. He's going to be performing with SZA. She is a conformed. She is a confirmed special guest. So we were just talking about SZA too. So that would be nice to see her there. I've never seen her perform ever. I wonder if she's a good performer. Has anybody been to any of her concerts to see her perform? Let me know. Like, let me know if she's a good performer. But before his performance, the NFL has assembled a lineup of different um artists from New Orleans because obviously the Super Bowl is being held in New Orleans. And y'all, I can only imagine what's going on in New Orleans right now. I bet they are having a fucking ball. A fucking ball in New Orleans right now. Like I want to be down there. Not even to see the game, just to be a part of why does this hurt so much? Just to be a part of the fun. You know what I'm saying? Just want to be a part of the fun. Um before his performance, they have John Baptiste. Oh, not before his performance. They have some things going on. But John Baptiste will sing the national anthem. Trombone Shorty is performing American the Beautiful with Christian music singer Lauren Daigle and lifts every voice and sing. Now, this is the Negro national anthem. That's right. We got the Negro national anthem going on at the Super Bowl, baby. Yeah. When I say stop playing with black folk. We gonna come in and we gonna show out. And if y'all don't know, lift every voice and learn it. learn it. I feel like every black person should know that song. But that's gonna be performed by Ledesi. Each person that I mentioned, except for SZA and Kendrick Lamar, obviously, they are from Louisiana. So it's a good little shout out back to where they're going to be at and giving respect to the place where they are, where they will be having the Super Bowl. And I love that. I love the fact that they are being considerate of the people that actually are from there, and having people who understand the culture, because America is big as shit, right? It's fucking huge. And I think that we have different cultures in each state, each pocket of the United States. And for them to be like, we're going to choose some people who are from here and then they're black. We love that. That's a beautiful thing. We love it. 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 So I was trying my hardest. I was trying. Because listen, let me tell y'all something. Okay. I did not transition into this very well. So just give me a second. Wait for it. Let's get into it. Okay, so speaking of people, let me scoot my chair. Oh, my back was starting to hurt. So speaking of people supporting black people, let's get into this segment that I like to call God, here we go. I'm ready. Are you ready? Cuz oh god. Okay. What is Trump up to now? So what the fuck is Trump up to now? Okay, so the first 100 days of the second Donald Trump presidency began January the 20th. What is wrong with me? Like, la, 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 la. Okay, let's get our words together. Can we speak proper English? Okay, so Trump became the president in January 2025 because somebody somewhere decided he would be a good president and y'all went and voted for him. I don't know why. Because if God, this is gonna get so political, and this is not our show. Like, we're not even like political like that, but it's about to get motherfucking political in this bitch because we have to. This is the shit I was talking about. Like, okay, the other shit that I was talking about, like, yeah, like that's it's beautiful. It's Black history. We're making history, and I want people to know about it. But this is we're getting into the bread and butter right now. No, you got bread, you got butter. Here we go. So I have come up with this segment that I'm gonna have on here until we get to April the 30th, 2025, because that will be the end of his 180 days. Now, the first 100, like the reason it became a big thing was when Franklin D. Roosevelt became his first term in office. It was like the 100 days of Franklin D. Roosevelt. And that's why it's like you'll see all over the news, CNN, everywhere, like the first 100 days of the president. So this man. And it's crazy people voted for him. Okay, let's not suave focus. All right. So one thing that he said was that the U.S. will once again consider itself a growing nation, pledging to increase American wealth and expand our territory. He said, "I will appoint a real special process." Listen to the vocabulary of this man. I will appoint a real special prosecutor to go after the most corrupt president in the United States history, Joe Biden, the entire Biden crime family, and all others involved with the destruction of our elections, borders, and our country itself. Now, that is according to the campaignlegal.org. And so I just found that very interesting because one thing that he mentioned was the destruction of our elections, and I could have sworn that this man was working with like Russia or some shit to like fuck with the elections. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Whatever. Another thing that he had said was if I happen to be president and I see somebody who's doing well and beating me very badly, I say go down and indict them. Now to me that sounds very dictator like. I don't know. It's just been a shit show. Like when I was doing my research just to have like topics to talk about, I was quite literally overwhelmed by the immense amount of information that was given to me. Like I got on Chat GBT, Gemini, I was on Google, I was looking on different credible sources. And like the .org. It's credible if it's .org or .gov. But I was getting all these different sources and stuff, and it's it it's literally February the 6th, and this man has just done so fucking much. And it's to the point where it's questioning what happened to the balance of powers. It's becoming a whole um totalitarianism type of situation, or a dictatorship, if you will, or it's getting out of control, you know? And I feel like I've been posting some things like on my story about it, but I haven't really um talked about it. And I feel like the best place to talk about it is obviously on my podcast. So let's get into a little bit more. So let's talk about some things that he has done. Some things that he mentioned also in his inauguration speech. So some things that he's done mass deportation. So the administration has initiated a large scale of deportations of illegal immigrants, focusing on criminal aliens, and individual with prior deportation orders. The ICE is going fucking crazy right now. I don't know if they have up the pay or what, but they are going fucking cuckoo. They've also tried to, because remember back before, he was trying to get this border wall construction. And my thing is like, who the fuck is going to pay for these goddamn walls? Who's going to pay for the wall? Who's going to pay for the wall? Trump. Who's going to pay for the wall? We are in debt, baby. You gonna spend your money on that wall, baby? Okay. Anyway, so there's that. And so the reason why he's able to actually execute all that is because of a law. I'm trying to find it. I may have lost it. Oh my God. It's a law that he enacted that allows him. Oh, okay. It's the executive order of JK. I don't know where it is. Okay. So, long and short of it, Trump promised to declare an emergency to secure the border and use the military where necessary to protect Americans from foreign threats. Now, let's take a pause and take a strawberry thoughts pause. Um, So I do actually know a lot of people. I'm from Kannapolis. There's a lot of Hispanic, Latinx people, especially from Mexico. I knew a lot of Mexican people, and they are like, what? Like, we need to support them as Black people. I feel like we need to rally up for them. Like, all of this is crazy. And I think his main focus has been in Texas, because he mentions how Texas tried to protect their borders and things like that. And I get it. I get that there should be maybe some more, thought process into how we allow people onto our borders. But he is labeling these individuals who are escaping a horrible lifestyle. Like, they are escaping situations that they don't have any control over, and they are trying to make a better life, and they work different jobs that the American public will not work for the amount of money that they pay. And you're saying that, oh, they are taking Black jobs. Well, last time I checked, a Black job was a president. Last time I checked, a Black job was a billionaire. So it's like you are discrediting all people who are brown. They are not. Mexican people are not coming here to take people's jobs. They are coming here to escape things that they are. Then oh my God, I cannot get my words together. But long and short of it, you can't label an entire nationality of people to be individuals who are coming over here illegally to be people who commit crime. And I feel like that's what kind of happened to Black people as well, because what happened was they tried to label us as as savages. So what they did the Native Americans, like black people, if they wear hoodies, or same thing happened at Trayvon Martin, like, oh, he had on a hoodie, and if it wasn't for the propaganda that has been spread across the United States of how, all black people are ghetto and will shoot you if they have a hoodie. They're trying to do that to the Hispanics and Mexicans, specifically the Mexicans who are coming into our country and saying that they're all people who are criminals, taking them from their family. Like, I know that there was a setup how they were taking the children away from their parents. They were taking the children away from their parents and separating them. And it's just, it's insane. It's to the point where he has actually, to help with the borders, he has come up with an agreement um with, who was it for? With El Salvador. So he's engaged with El Salvador, securing an agreement for the country to accept deportees and violent American criminals, reflecting a more assertive approach to immigration and international relations. He stated that they have already created jails and pretty much concentration camps. Like, this whole make, I don't know what is going on with my hair. It's hurting my head. But he has made concentration camps pretty much a thing. These people have done, everyone that is being deported, they have not all committed crimes. I'm not saying that none of these people have. However, to just base it off of nationality or race or whatever is, I really, my heart goes out to the individuals who are affected by this. Like, you come over here, you've been here for 20 something years. It was a man on CNN. He was saying he'd been living in this country for over 25 years and he's being deported. And he has never gotten arrested. He's never done anything wrong. And now his family is going to be affected by that. He's going to be affected by that. And it's just the most racist bullshit ever. And he is God. Oh my God. Like, it's just like, I can't even get into everything. So that's just one thing. So then he did an executive order of 14151 that was signed on January the 20th, with ended radical and wasteful government DEI programs. God. Well, we love our Miss Crockett. That is up there. She is raising motherfucking hell. Let me tell you something. Miss Crockett is a force to be reckoned with. She said publicly on CNN in an interview that she is tired of coddling white supremacists, pretty much, and that's what they are. I mean, it's just it's really getting out of hand. Um, Jasmine Crockett called President Trump a white supremacist and said that she was tired of the white tears during an interview with CNN. And I agree with her. This country has been built off of the backs of individuals who were enslaved, who were prosecuted, who were treated like less than dirt. All this shit, everything that we have was built off of black and brown people. And it's the craziest part about it is we outnumber them. We outnumber them. So we could easily take over. And it's a beautiful thing to see representatives like Jasmine Crockett that are in these high positions to be able to have a voice for black and brown people, to state that the DEI programs are necessary. She even said that I don't look like my counterparts or the other individuals who are in the Senate or in the House with me, because I had to work 10 times harder to get to my position than they did. These DEI programs not only helps black and brown people, but it also helped women of all races. So to see white women vote for these types of things, it baffles me. It really does. It really baffles me. But I love that Miss Jasmine Crockett has come up, and she is not, let me tell you something, she is not scared to say anything. She gonna tell it how it is, and I love her for that. She also spoke out about Darren Beatty. So going back into the other things that Trump has done in the first 100 days, he has placed a former speechwriter who was fired in 2018 after what is wrong with me? After CNN revealed that he spoke at a conference attended by white nationalists. So he has now been elevated to the job of State Department. Yes. So he's going to be acting under the Secretary of Public Diplomacy and Public Affairs. It has a key role and is responsible for helping it shape U.S. messaging abroad related to counterterrorism and violent extremism. This man. Now, why is Darren Beatty an issue? You may ask. I'm gonna tell you why. One thing that this man tweeted was competent white men must be in charge if you want things to work. Unfortunately, our entire national ideology is predicated on coddling the feelings of women and minorities and demoralizing competent white men. Let me reread this quote. He said, competent white men must be in charge if you want things to work. And this man has just been placed as acting under the Secretary for Public Diplomacy and Public Affairs. This is what Donald Trump is doing. This is what Donald Trump is doing for us. The MAGA, the Make America Great Again. When was America great again? Like, when was America great for us to go back to it? Because as far as I know, Americans, you know, the Europeans who came here, those people were the shit holes or the fucking waste of European countries. They came over here and they took the land from Native Americans. The Trail of Tears and all of these things. Never in history has America been like great. The only thing that America has ever been concerned about was finances. And I watched a movie recently. If you have not watched this movie, you could actually watch it on this Fire Stick if you need one of those. But one thing that I watched recently was how everything is a rich man's trick. It talks about how the robber barons were the Rockefellers and the Bushes are, y'all gotta watch this motherfucking documentary. It is amazing. But it talks about how the big companies like Henry Ford, all of them were cool with Hitler. And actually they created Hitler. Hitler did not have the funds to be able to rebuild Germany. He made this. I know I'm off topic again, ADHD, but Hitler decided that he was could bring Germany back. In order for you to bring Germany back, you have to have money. He did not have money. The nigga was broke. He was broke. Okay. So what the robber barons, the big companies in America figured out, the Rockefellers and all of them, and Henry Ford, they figured out that we make a shit ton of fucking money whenever there's a war. So what can we do? So what they did was funded Hitler. The trucks, the gas and the gas chambers were funded by an American company. The gas, the gas and the gas chamber, bro. Like it gets crazy. And so the people who have the money control the world. Donald Trump is literally a puppet. All of these fucking presidents are fucking puppets, except for JFK. JFK saw that there was corruption and he tried to stop it. And that's why they killed that man. And I hate that because he literally was for the people. And just looking at that movie or that documentary and applying it to now, Donald Trump is like the new Hitler. He is definitely the new Hitler. He has individuals like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, these big people, these people who are worth more, 10 times more than the fucking debt that we have. Like, they could literally pay off the debt together and they would not for American people. Because why? Because their goal is to keep American people ignorant and to keep us out of the the one percenters. So like the middle class has pretty much decimated into nothing at this point. Um, Speaking of that, he also did a freeze on all of the federal work. So he I just it's just so much. Like it's just so much. So he made executive orders that everyone that's working for the federal workers have to come back into office. Now, I know people who are affected by this because they have not been working in the office. They live in different places and now they have to pick up everything and figure out what they're going to do or fucking quit. And he got this from Elon Musk. So when Elon Musk purchased X, Twitter, um, he did the same thing, and so many people quit. So this, now you don't have to pay severages, you don't have to pay all these things because people are voluntarily quitting. This is going to affect people on such a different level. Like, and I know, as a person who has been a work from home person, um, I get so much more done at home. I do because I feel that we do live in America where it is all about working for someone. They teach you to go to school to get a good job. They want you to work. And that's crazy because that also came from the Rockefellers because they were like, we need to make sure that we can um, keep the general public educated, but not too educated. We want them to be educated enough to get a job and work and complete the workforce and keep working for us. So they want us to work and stay in this rat race so that we can keep making them rich. So he's just like causing a disruption, like a complete disruption. He also had an executive order directly from the Pentagon that ended the DEI initiatives asserting that such programs need to discourage merit and leadership in the military. So all of the affinity groups that are organizations oriented towards like racial minorities, women, and LGBTQ plus communities, like all those individuals are going to be affected by this. He was like, he wants to trans people out of the military. Sir, you've never served in the military. Make it make sense. Like, there are not people just running to sign up to be in the military anymore. I feel like the American dream has become to leave fucking America. That is the American dream now. It's getting out of hand. Everything costs too much. He told all these white people who voted for him, and no offense, white people, you know what I'm saying, but y'all the ones that voted for him. But that he was going to change certain things, like the price is this, the price of that. And then he comes in and he does these tariffs. Now, he has tariffs on China and tariffs on just pretty much fucking every fucking body. But mainly the main things would be China and Canada. Canada was like, okay, well, bet. We might take a little hit, but if you want to play games, Mr. Orange Man, we can play motherfucking games. So they have also put tariffs on America. We have now increased the tension with China. They have also put tariffs on us. So if you have ordered Timu or Shein, baby, I don't know. You can get that package. That package might be gone. Dead ass. Like he is not. This man is not playing. But as of right now, the tariffs on Chinese the imports are. They're currently working on those, but the tariffs on Canada and Mexico have been delayed for 30 days. So they're trying to figure out a more cautious approach to be able to navigate through what Trump has going on. But it's just so fucking much. It's so much. Like he needs to be stopped. He needs to be stopped. He needs to be fucking stopped. And it's just getting out of the hand. He had said that he was going to go down. He was going to route out the fake news media, calling the enemy of the public. Now, this may be one of the few things that I agree with because, and also in that movie, and also doing some research, I actually, just to give y'all a background, I do have a minor degree in history because I took so many history classes. I fucking love history. But CNN and all these major news sources were or may still be owned by the CIA. So they are doing there's propaganda happening. The reason why Hitler was able to do things he did was because of propaganda. Propaganda is a real thing. So anytime you see something, do your own fucking research, okay? Like make sure that you are doing your research and checking in and not just going off of what you see off of Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or whatever. Do your own fucking research, okay? Like, we have got to learn to stick together. And I just want to say before we go to the next segment that it's more important than it ever has for the people to come together. And when I say the people, I'm not saying just black people. No, I mean everybody. Everybody. They are eliminating the middle class. We had leaders. Our leaders were taken from us. Yes, in that situation they were black. Yes. But we got to figure something out. We need to really figure something out. I feel like that we need to be able to rally together to take back the country. It has become an oligarchy. Saying that right. Um, and it's ridiculous for us to have to deal with this shit. In other countries, they fucking riot. They will burn shit down. Burn it down. We need to figure out what it is that we can do to stop this bullshit, bro. Like, the people who have all the money don't give a fuck about us. They don't care. So we gotta come together and figure out some. I know I'm not that person to be the leader, but I do hope that there's something, and I think that Miss Jasmine Crockett, she is the beginning of that because she is the leader of Texas, and Texas is a very important state too, and if she can start it and she can like say the things that she can say, and we have our podcast, we have so many different ways for us to be able to come together. We can do things. I really would love to speak with somebody like to help them and to help us because it's not a it is they're trying to make it a race war. They are trying so hard to make it a race war. In reality, it's the poor versus the rich. The regular people, we want cake. Give them cake is that type of party. It's give them cake. It's give them cake. They don't care about us. They think that we are peasants. We don't have any money. We don't know how to have education and all types of things. And we are so much better than that as a people. As a people, if we could just come together right now over me. Nah, dead ass though. We need to, for real. Like, I would love for us to do that. And so, with that being said, we are going to move on to the segment I like to call.
Black history you may not have known.
So today's Black history is going to be on the first Black man to run for president. No, it was not Barack Obama. It was actually George Edwin in 1904. Yes, 1904. So most people think of Shirley Chisholm and Jesse Jackson when they talk about early Black presidential candidates, but George Edwin Taylor was the first Black man to run for U.S. president in 1904. So he was born to formerly Sabin parents, and he became a journalist and a political activist. He was nominated by the National Negro Party to represent Black interests. So his campaign directly challenged racist policies, and also those policies were present from President Theodore Roosevelt. Even though he had a little chance of winning, he still did run. He kept his spirits high, and he did have support of Black people. And this just kind of goes back to what I was saying about how we need to come together. We had the Black Panther Party, and the Black Panther Party was painted as something that was a national problem, something that needed to be dealt with. They killed all of our leaders. They killed anyone that would challenge white supremacy. They killed them. And now here we are generations later living in the the aftermath of white people trying to erase our history. And this is why this segment is very important to me, because you should know about these individuals. You should know about Miss George Edwin Taylor. You should know about Shirley Chisholm. You should know about Jesse Jackson. You should know about Nat Turner. You should know these people, because we need to listen to what history has taught us. We need to see what history has taught us to be able to do better, because history will only repeat itself if we don't find a way to fix it. And just going back to Mr. Taylor, his run was actually very groundbreaking because it laid the foundation for our black political leaders. And his story is really told. No one really talks about him. I didn't even know about him until I was doing my own personal research. Um, so, just to tell you a little bit about him, he moved to Florida, where he continued his work as a journalist. So, he was, thank God, not killed. He died in 1925, at the age of 69. He was not assassinated, but most black leaders of his time was assassinated. They just killed them all. Like so many of our black leaders were killed out of preservation of national security or all these other things. But gentlemen like Mr. Taylor and individuals who spoke out against the white supremacy or spoke out against everything that they had put in place to hold us down, if they spoke out against it, they died. They killed them, everyone. And that's why we don't have leaders now. But his story was buried. And it was on purpose. History books don't teach us about Taylor because his campaign disrupted the narrative that black people weren't politically active before the civil rights movements. And he's proof that black folks have been fighting for power long before we were allowed into the mainstream system. So this just goes to say, like, we can do this. We can be trailblazers. We can we can set things right. We had a black president. We have, so many different avenues. This is a new time. Like our ancestors were out here fighting a war and we're fighting for their freedom, fighting for the Declaration of Independence to apply to them, fighting for so much. And we weren't able to, they were not able to accomplish the things that now we can. We cannot allow that narrative or that generational trauma that was given to them to pass down to us to make us think that we cannot do something more than what our ancestors did. And if you look at like the Black Wall Street situation, even that, if we were to do that now, there are people in Georgia is going fucking crazy right now. There are so many people in Georgia that are buying land. There is a family or like a group of black individuals who bought all this land to have their own land and to grow their own crops. There are black individuals who are opening up shopping centers that have multiple places for you to be able to rent. So you have your black business. It's going crazy in Georgia. And there's also a place in Ghana where they are starting pretty much like a black American colony. Like we can do this. We just have to ignore the fact that there is a suppressor who is trying to put us against each other. There's like all the black on black violence. Like we should stop that. We gotta come together and be better. Okay. This became very political and I'm sorry, but dead ass. Like I'm not even joking, y'all. Like seriously, we really, 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 really need to figure this shit out. And I say that with a heavy heart because I don't I'm nervous about having children. I'm scared to have kids. Um, in this society, like the American dream has now become to leave America. That is where the fuck we are. And if we don't do something about what's happening right now, we're doomed. We're fucking doomed. All right. Period. Um so we're going to have some more segments later on. This is just like my first by myself type of thing. And if you got all the way here, thank you. I appreciate you. I actually had a very long day, so I didn't have the most energy, but I'm gonna get on a better schedule and make sure y'all tune in to the Super Bowl. I would love to hear y'all's thoughts on Super Bowl and everything. And I like let definitely like support. Like support is real, but real support is necessary. We do need support. I would love for you guys to support me. I'm gonna do everything I can to improve here. We're gonna start having movie of the week. And the reason why we're gonna have movie of the week is because of this Fire Stick. I never used to watch movies. I did not go. I go to movie theater every now and then. I love to watch TV at home personally. But now that I have my Fire Stick, I do watch a shit ton of fucking movies because I get them on my Fire Stick. Um, and so once I watch some more movies, we're gonna have a movie of the week, And we're also going to have a wild card segment and we're going to have petty chronicles. Now, today, I felt like the Trump situation took up a lot of time. So I'm not going to do all those this time. But they're going to be more. And I'm not going to lie, I was very nervous doing this today. So I will probably get more comfortable and everything. But we will also have a very sweet shout out. So if you want to be shouted out, if you want, your business, your cousin's birthday, wherever the fuck you want to put out here, just let me know. Put it in the comments. You can send me a DM, whatever you like. I would love to, add that to my very sweet shout outs. If you want to send me a voice message, I would love that. All of that. Also, just the little shout out for me. I am a real estate agent here in Charlotte, North Carolina. So if you are looking for an agent, I'd love to help you. I also am a it's late, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm also office administrator for a plumbing company. So if you need any plumbing service, let me know. And if you want to be a part of the movie of the week, the movie segment, so that you can watch movies that I'm watching, let me know. Hit me up about the Fire Stick. It comes with free apps that allow you to be able to watch movies, to stream sports, to watch games. It's pay per view. Everything you need is going to be on that Fire Stick. And I'm not just saying this because I'm like, oh, I want y'all to buy shit for me. No, literally, it has changed my life. And I just want to. I don't have a big, footprint in like helping people, but I honestly feel like this will help people. So I just want to help people. So if you're interested in one of those, let me know. Yeah. So we're gonna try to do this every Friday. I'm going to try to drop a bunch of berries, but I cannot promise you I'm going to do that. I cannot promise you I'm going to do that. So I'm going to leave you guys with a little quote. This is actually a Suave exclusive. I said this today. So I want to share it with you guys. People cannot play with you unless you allow them to. Sometimes saying nothing is saying a lot. So choose the battles that are worth fighting and only give your energy to those who are deserving. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of A Bunch of Berries. And we will see you next week. Make sure to follow me on all platforms at Strawberry with an I, not a Y. And, follow me. Like, let me know what you guys think. I'm definitely here for criticism. I do not get upset. Like, if I did say something that upset you, shit, go ahead and say that shit. Like, say it with your chest in the comments or whatever. Like, I'm about that. Let's have some conversations. And, like, I feel like that's gonna make it better because this podcast is literally just me being able to talk about anything. And I would love to hear, your thoughts on the podcast. I want to improve. I take constructive criticism very well. Yeah, so I really appreciate you guys. I really do. Even if it's two of people that tune in to my podcast, I genuinely appreciate you guys. I'm going to try to be consistent. I promise you I'm going to try my hardest. We try, we don't wait, what was it? Oh, we don't try, we do. We dream, then we execute. I gotta keep telling that used to be one of my favorite quotes. And I came up with that one too, by the way. I swear I give the best advice and don't listen to my own advice. Oh my god. Anyway, I'm about to let you guys go. Thank you for tuning in. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful week. And let me know how your week went and give me some feedback, y'all. Feedback. And if you want a fire stick, let me know. Okay. Bye.